Hey Paranormies, welcome back to the light side of the paranormal. My name is Alice, and today we're going to be talking about Reino Magico, which I probably pronounced wrong, also known as the Magic Kingdom Amusement Park. Before we begin talking about this, I feel compelled to mention to you that this is my fourth time filming this video. Yes, I have filmed it from beginning to end 3 times prior to this time, and it just seems to not be working out every single time. Like, pieces of the video will be missing and things like that. Hopefully this works, but isn't that spooky? I am so sorry if you hear a lot of commotion going on in the background. I'm in the basement of my house right now filming, and even just the slightest pitter-patter of doggy feet on the floor sounds like there's an earthquake going on. Alright, so the Magic Kingdom was opened in 1988, and at a time it was said to have been the best place to have fun in Veracruz. The park included multiple swimming pools, a volleyball court and soccer field, a playground/play structure, an outdoor food court, an outdoor theater, and even a zoo. So many people grew up at this park. It was a staple in Veracruz and was heavily missed after it was abandoned. But even before it opened, there were some people that had their speculations otherwise about the park. And that was because the Magic Kingdom was built on top of a cemetery. Yes. So while they were preparing the land for the new build, they tried to move as many bodies and coffins as they could. But not all could be. There were pieces of corpses left behind, and some of the bodies were just too far decomposed to have been moved. So there were actual human remains underneath the Magic Kingdom. Once the park actually opened, there were some tragedies that occurred on the grounds. I don't want to get into too much of that because it is very, very sad and very, very real, but I will be telling a few just to make my point. One day, a midway or traveling carnival was set up in the parking lot of the Magic Kingdom. A little girl decided she wanted to go on one of the rides. While on there, the ride horribly malfunctioned and she was shot off of the ride and impaling herself on a pointed fence. I just want to take a moment to say that I am so sorry for that horrible tragedy. That is every parent's worst nightmare, and my heart is with her family. The second death that I'm going to share is incredibly grim. A man was said to be so traumatized from the paranormal events that he witnessed at the park that he would go home and take his own life. He must have been so absolutely scared and helpless feeling. And I'm so sorry. This will be the last one. A gardener was working and fell from a high fence. He landed face down in the mud where he suffocated to death. He tried to get up, but his belongings were holding him down against the ground. That is absolutely disturbing and horrifying, and my heart goes out to his family as well. So now we're going to get into the spooky side of the Magic Kingdom. It is also important to note that although there's paranormal activity happening everywhere throughout the amusement park, the hotspot of activity seemed to happen in the castle. It is said that multiple children have complained about and reported the sensation of something grabbing their ankles while in the pool, trying to drag them down to the bottom. Other accounts have mentioned the feeling of a hard push down the slide when there was nobody else on the play structure. But most famously, there is a supposedly cursed, but absolutely haunted, statue of Snow White and her 7 dwarves. Witnesses have claimed to see Snow White and her dwarves moving to different areas of the park. They've even walked by and they were positioned one way, and then walked by again and their limbs would be positioned a different way. Snow White herself, the statue, is said to blink and wink at people that gaze upon her face. That is something that I would love to see in real life, but I did get to see it in a Nuke's Top 5 compilation that we reacted to recently. So yes, that is caught on video. Though some people speculate that it is photoshopped like that in the video, it seems very real to me, and it prompted this whole study on this case. If we can find a link to that video, we will put it in the description of this one, but if we can't find that, we will link our reaction to that. Now, the reason why people claim that it is cursed, because legend has it that if you're mean to Snow White, or you insult her, or you vandalize the statue of her and her dwarves, you will be followed home by a negative entity. This negative entity will haunt you for a very long time, maybe even forever, but that's the scariest part of that. It's also said that you will experience a string of bad luck afterwards if you do any of those, so that is a big no-no at the park. Though I don't think you should be vandalizing anything anyways, that's an extra push not to. And the creepiest story, in my opinion, of the Snow White statue will be closing out this video today. So I'm just going to read this right off of my notes. Let's go. A janitor was cleaning the park one night, and she heard voices in the castle. Assuming some teens had stayed after closing time, she went over to shoo them away. Once she arrived to the room where the voices were coming from, her jaw dropped. There were no mischievous teens. Instead, she saw Snow White's dwarves moving, playing, and chatting amongst themselves, while Snow White clapped and enjoyed. That is freaking terrifying! That is so creepy! I love it. And that, my friends, is the story of Reino Magico, also known as the Magic Kingdom. Correct my pronunciation in the comments below. Please like this video if this gave you the chills. Comment down below if you have any other additional information about the stories behind the Magic Kingdom. Also, what your thoughts are. Share this video to give your friends a fright, and follow us on Instagram at TLS_paranormal. Also, our personal Instagrams will be in the description as well if you want to follow us there. And before I forget, live your life with love and light. We'll see you next time. Bye, Paranormies.